On March 31st, 2023, I happened to make a video talking about the Jakks specific Super Mario movie figures. In that video, I talked about Mario and Luigi, and there was other figures that were released in that line. Now, in the year of 2026, we are officially getting a sequel to the Super Mario movie. And of course, I bought some figures from that. And also, of course, I only bought 2 figures from that line. So, we're going to talk about those figures today. Sit back, relax, and let's just go over a brief detail of these figures, shall we?
Who is this?
Alright, so we're going to take a look at the box. We're going to look at Yoshi's box because basically all the characters come with like the same exact like box design and all that. The only difference is the character you're getting. So for Yoshi, you got this really cool like holographic thing. I mean, again, all of them have this, but it's just, I really like it. And then you got the back of the box with what's, Yoshi comes with, and then how it advertises the 20 points of articulation. And you got another shot, and then that. And I also like this image here of like little Bowser riding Yoshi and that. I hope that's like actually in the film and not just for the marketing for this film. Then you got the top here, and then at the bottom you got all this and that. And if you want to get this, like your Super Mario stuff, you could get it at EB Games. I'm not sponsored. I just think that's the best place to get them. So yeah, besides that, let's take a look at Yoshi first, all right? Okay, I kind of lied. We're not going to talk about Yoshi right away. Instead, I want to go over like some things of like the history of these, because there's already history. So as you may not know, but for the first Super Mario movie figures, they had the glass eye feature that a lot of people liked or found very creepy in that, but they then improved upon more of this with their Sonic 3 line, where they added some more articulation. And what I mean by articulation is, well, I'll cover that when we cover that, but the Sonic 3 line was like heavily praised. I like it. I mean, I got a few of them. I think my favorites are definitely Sonic and Shadow. The other 3 aren't bad, but they could be better in that. And you could definitely feel the effect that Sonic 3 had with these figures and all that. But we'll talk about that when we get to them and all that. So now I think we'll talk about Yoshi. So moving Bowser Jr. to the side here. Talk about Yoshi. Detailing is really good and all that. There's definitely been some improvements and some changes that they have done to like, all the figures in general and that. And really, I just love how they did Yoshi and all that. So, yeah. And then I think we're also going to talk about Bowser Jr. now. Bowser Jr. is also good. I don't have the one, like the Bowser from like the Super Mario movie. I didn't pick it up in that. I was going to, but I kind of forgot. So, yeah, but Bowser Jr. here, even though he doesn't have the glass eye feature, his eyes are still painted fairly well and all that, I'd say. Now, there is 3 versions of Bowser Jr. you can get. You can get this one, you can get the one with his vehicle thingy that a lot of people like he's always associated with. I don't know the name. Or you can get Wonder Bowser Jr., but I wanted this one and all that, so. But the detailing on Bowser Jr. is also great. Really like it. I mean, for a toy that, most cost me like, what, $25, $27? Hey, I'm happy with what I'm getting. This is pretty impressive. Him and Yoshi. There's a reason I only picked up these 2 so far. So, yeah. But anyways, let's get into articulation in that. So when it comes to articulation, both figures have like similar articulation systems somewhat. Now, Yoshi will have a head that moves up, down, but also side to side, which is really cool. Yoshi also has some butterfly joints. You can't move the torso here. Same case for Bowser Jr. And that you can also move his arm up here. And then hands like this. But the thing of where I said the Sonic 3 effect, because the glass eyes did come from first Super Mario movie stuff, but where I say the Sonic 3 effect was this guy has finger articulation. Yep. And on both hands. So does Bowser Jr., which is really cool. You can also move his leg here and over here and that. And then the boot, and then here. And there's a somewhat swivel. Can't move the tail in that, but you could somewhat move it on Bowser Jr. though. So, but the butterfly joints are more, I'd say, prominent on Yoshi than they are on Bowser Jr. because he does have them, but they don't really move that well in that, So, and another thing Bowser Jr. doesn't have, but Yoshi has, is the arms, like the hand going like this. His are instead like a peg system, we could just rotate and all that. And, just telling you right now, that's kind of the differences in that. I felt like I just covered both of their articulations because it's similar in that, but there are differences for how they are handled in that. So yeah. And now when it comes to accessories, Bowser Jr. comes with a paintbrush and all that. There is movement. You can also take it off, and there's like this rubbery piece. Pretty cool piece. I like it. Bowser Jr. can hold it somewhat, but yeah, he can hold it like that. So, you know, that's how it would look. Now, Yoshi, on the other hand, he is packed. He comes with some glasses that you can actually see through. We're checking all your prescriptions and all that. Tell me if it works for you and that. So, yeah. But Yoshi also comes with a hat that says New York City. And then, this is something that I've kind of seen a lot of reviewers get wrong. Yoshi comes with a bag. Now, a lot of people think you can't put the bag on. I'm going to tell you this, you can. You see, if you go from this angle right here, there's a plug-in. You can basically unplug the bag. This is meant to be removed. This side, is not, as you can see here. And then you can easily put this on Yoshi with ease, no matter what. You just also gotta plug this back in and all that. For the glasses, a little tricky, but eventually you'll get it. Just gonna leave it like that. And then for the hat, you have to basically angle it up to the horn here, and once you angle that all up and you don't mess it up like I just did, this is what you get from Yoshi. So yeah, overall, I mean, hey, it's a cool feature in that. I know some people might want an alternate head and all that with his tongue out, but I don't know. I think this is preferred. I think this is cooler and more neat and all that, because you gotta remember, this is yeah, it's for collectors, but it's also for kids. So, I think what you get is very serviceable and all that. Now, when it comes to scale for these both, we're going to put a building here from a very old Tamashii Nation set and all that from Monster Arts, because I 100% bet you they're going to make a Godzilla joke in this movie. So, yeah, here you go. And here they are compared to some other figures and all that, and, we're even going to throw some Sonic stuff in there. So, but yeah, that's what they look like. And here we have them compared to the first Super Mario movie, Mario and Luigi. Now, yeah, I know there's the new ones and all that, but to be honest, I'm kind of happy with these two. Maybe I'll get the others when they're on sale and that, but they're not right away pickups for me, And yeah, sure, I know I love the finger articulation, but that's why I think I want to wait. I'm also just happy to finally have a Mario figure in my collection. And Luigi. That's all it is at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, these figures are really good. I personally do like them. Jakks Pacific shows that they are able to make some great stuff in that. If I had to guess, I'm 100% betting you that, come, Sonic 4 or the next Mario movie, they're going to add toe articulation or something. I don't know what they're going to add. But these are really good figures, and I really do like them. Now, I do have a feeling Bowser Jr., he's going to be a little difficult, but you're going to be able to find him because you do have, again, options for him. Yoshi, on the other hand, I think he's going to be impossible to find and all that, due to the fact that, it's Yoshi, there's only one, and some people might actually get multiple, so then they can repaint him, because aren't there other variants of Yoshi's type? I'm just saying, And yes, if you're wondering, I did shoot this part before I scaled it with the other figures and all that, so yeah. But overall, I highly recommend this and that. And if you already have Mario and Luigi, you just want to, I say get these two. I was going to get Rosalina, but I just wasn't impressed on how her articulation scheme came out in that, so kind of skipped her. Maybe I'll wait for sale to get her. But besides that, I'd say pick these up and all that. They're worth it. Jakks Pacific knocks it out of the ballpark again, and to the shock of no one. So yeah. I also realized I did this whole review without making a joke about, SML or Jeffy, as I now just mentioned them, so... Well, there you go. There's your mention. I'm pretty sure at some point y'all were thinking I was going to mention that at some point. Okay, thanks. Bye, everyone. Bye.